Yagaloo, das Musikmagazin, und heute habe ich Besuch aus Holland. Qeaux Qeaux Joans ist da. Wie geht es dir? Hallo.
Das geht sehr gut. And I had one of the best nights of sleep last night, so I'm really good.
How come? Have you been to the Absinthe bar?
No, I actually, I actually went to bed early last night, so yeah.
Ich kann ja mal auf Deutsch zwischendurch immer wieder umswitchen. Du hast dein Album No Man's Land in diesem Sommer herausgebracht, und das ist im vergangenen Jahr schon in Holland gewesen. Da hast du auch schon richtig gut Erfolge feiern können. Jetzt willst du quasi Deutschland erobern. Wie groß ist die Herausforderung?
Well, it's I have this dream somehow that Germany's next, and then maybe France, and but for now, being here in Germany and being especially in Berlin, where the creative minds just all get together, it just makes me so happy that the album is released and then I'm here and I get so much input to write a new album. So it's even better. So for me, Germany is pretty big. My grandparents live in Germany, but especially Berlin, I guess, for me right now. And I just have to come up with a follow album for No Man's Land. And for now, Berlin is in Germany, so it just gives me a lot of input, yeah.
No Man's Land ist dein Debütalbum, und üblicherweise reflektiert so ein Album ja so eine Lebensphase eines Künstlers. Ich finde, es hört sich, oder die Songs hören sich teilweise sehr sentimental an. Es geht auch viel um die Liebe. Hattest du irgendwie großen Liebeskummer während der Zeit, du die Songs geschrieben hast?
I kind of broke up with someone, yeah, but it's also songs during my life. And I think that half of the songs may sound like they are about one person, but they're more about people in general. So when I see, for example, within families, how things work or how things don't work out, I kind of use that to write the songs. And the song LOVE, which everybody expects is about love for a person, is more love for our society and for one another. So it's a little mixture in between of heartbreak and the things I see from what happens around me, yeah.
Wie gehst du da üblicherweise beim Songwriting vor? Also schreibst du noch mit Stift und Zettel, oder hast du dann dein Smartphone immer parat, um dir Notizen zu machen? Wie funktioniert das bei dir?
Alle. I still write with pen and paper, and I also just what I like the most is just sit down behind my piano or guitar in the night, because I love it when the night falls. It's like it has this mystic kind of atmosphere. So I just start to play, and I just play until something comes across, and then I'm like, okay, that's the line that I'm singing, like, and I just repeat it, and then I'm like, okay, hit it. So then I record it first in my phone, and then I just start to write it. And sometimes I make videos so that I don't have to like write, and sometimes make videos that I release or not. And so I have different ways of writing songs, but yeah, so all of the above.
Um den Zuschauern draußen einen kleinen Eindruck deiner Musik geben zu können, zeigen wir jetzt einen kleinen Ausschnitt von Golden Cage. Hier ist Qeaux Qeaux Joans.
Don't want to waste time to recover from the fights we'll have, 'cause of the things we say. Yeah. You be blaming me for not acting who you want me to be, and I'll be blaming you for acting like a fool. Can't you let me go, or will you hold me hostage like a bird in a cage? I'll be spending my days growing up and not able to fly. I'll be your private nightingale crying lonely lullabies.
Ja, der goldene Käfig, The Golden Cage. Was war das für ein Moment, als du diesen Song geschrieben hast?
That's a really good question. Actually, I was in Berlin, and my guitarist and my bass player, they were just walking around because they had the day off, and I was at the hotel where I am right now too, and it was in the summer, and I was just playing the song, and just like, and then all of a sudden there's this guy behind the fence, and he goes, "Oh, das ist wunderbar, ganz geil, das ist sehr schön." And I was like, great, thank you. And he asked, can I still listen? I said, sure, I'm writing it. So I wrote the song in Berlin. And I think it has several things. It's me fighting me in a way that, do I let myself go? Do I allow myself to be happy? Do I allow myself to change my perspective and to open up my mind? But at the same time, it was also maybe the relationship I just got out of, and we were kind of getting back together. And I just thought, will you ever be able to let me do what I want to do? Because it seems like you didn't. So, and then maybe it also has something to do with family, or sometimes with a certain image you try to hold on to, and it's like you have to let go. So it has different perspectives to it, yeah.
Die Atmosphäre des Videos ist auch sehr schön. Also diese Küche mit den alten Einrichtungsgegenständen und dann aber irgendwie doch das Messerhalterteil irgendwie ganz witzig gewesen. Und diese Winteratmosphäre, bist du so der Wintertyp? Oder war wahrscheinlich Zufall, dass es gerade im Winter gedreht wurde, oder?
It was just bad luck because they released it in Holland end of the autumn, begin winter. So we had to make a video clip, and it was an amazing place though. But it was winter time. Actually, I think the song should have a summer video clip, because it's more like you get in your car, you open your windows, you turn it up, and then like the wind goes through and everything. But it's not really a winter song. So, but then again, we just had a winter video, and I remember that day I didn't sleep at all. And we just had to be somewhere at 7 o'clock in the morning starting. And we weren't finished at 12 o'clock at night. And everybody was like, okay, we're so tired. But it was a really great experience. He is the guy in the video is actually one of my best friends. So that was quite funny to play with him around like we're a couple. And it was actually like all the time like awkward, awkward, awkward. Okay, this is awkward. Okay, and take. Okay, and done. Okay, let's go. So yeah.
Wie würdest du denn den Aufnahmeprozess beschreiben? Habt ihr in einem Stück aufgenommen im Studio oder immer tageweise?
I first wrote kind of all the songs, then I went through it with Isa, my guitarist, and then we rehearsed it with the band, and then we recorded in 3 days. So just take as like 3 takes a song, maybe 4, and then just the best take was the one that we decided to keep. And then I think that 90% of the vocal of the album was actually the guidance for me singing with the band when they're recording, so they know where they are within the song. But we thought like, okay, it's good enough. Don't change this, because then you're gonna add something, or you're gonna make believe, or so we just kind of kept it that way. Yeah.
Wie groß war der Einfluss von Ryan Overhand? Auerhand, ja, der Produzent, der unter anderem schon mit Vanessa Paradis zusammengearbeitet hat. Wie groß war so sein Einfluss auf die Arbeit?
Can you say that?
How big was the impact of the producer on the album?
Actually, we kind of got it all together, and I think that what he could do very well was like a conductor, in an orchestra. He just knew exactly how to trigger people, just to give that little bit of extra, like to get a little bit more tension. And I think that everyone of the band and everyone involved has just as much amount of impact. But working with Rijn was really like, as soon as I walked into the studio, I was stressed out the months before, like, because the band has to do this and that. And I was like, but the moment I walked in, I was like, I let go, because now he's in charge, and I really trusted him, because I really felt that he understood what I wanted. And it came out that way. It's a really dark, heavy album in a way. It's not some light poppy album, and he really understood that. So I kind of, and that way he was very comforting, and he had very bright ideas, or very musical ideas. And I like the way in the end that he mixed it all together, that he just added some things that were played a little along the way, and he just added there, or just faded out and faded in. So the way he was mixing it and being very creative, I really like that. Yeah, I don't think that anybody could have done it the way he did it now.
Würdest du sagen, du hast also schon bei dieser Produktion auch für dich selbst irgendwie einiges lernen können, so was Produktion und Mischen angeht?
Well, a little bit. I just opened my ears and my eyes and followed his rules a little bit, and I think I learned. Yeah.
Ich muss ja auch noch mal quasi einen Schritt zurück in die Vergangenheit gehen. Wie fing das überhaupt bei dir mit dem Musikmachen an? Bist du irgendwie aus einer musikalischen Familie oder wie hat
in English as well?
how did it all begin with you making music? Do you have a musical background in your family or
Not really.
have you played in any bands before?
Yeah, well, I think I started at a really young age, and my mama, she was like, we have to stimulate her, whether it's acting or singing or painting. She's creative, so we're going to stimulate that. And I remember having lessons, and then my daddy came home when I was 7 with a Yamaha piano, and I was like, Shamaha, 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 and I just ran up to my room with the Yamaha digital piano, and I just ding, 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 you know, I just couldn't stop playing around with it. Then I had piano lessons from the age of 8 till 16, and then I moved to Amsterdam and just started jamming around, and that's one thing led to the other. And I'm a part of a big collective called Jam de la Crème. It's like very high level musicians come together and they jam, so they just improvise. And I used to work with Wicked Jazz Sounds for a really long time. It's also improvisation. And I had kind of bands, but I was never really, how you say that? I wasn't really putting myself out there because I knew there's only one moment in your life that you can show yourself to the world. So I wanted it to be me. So with all the other things I did, it was kind of like, you know, just keep it low, like don't tell anyone. But I did 4 years of conservatory, stopped 3 months before graduating because it wasn't my thing. I wasn't really happy. And I got a record deal that didn't really turn out though, but then I got a new record deal. So yeah, just like one thing led to the other. Yeah.
Aber wie kam es zu dem ersten Record Deal? Also wo wurdest du da quasi entdeckt?
I had this, how you call that, thing at school, and we had to be at the studio, and the guy who was there, he just heard my songs, and I remember that we had a really good click, and then the next day I had to came back, and I was actually asking him to offer him, like, okay, if you produce my album, I got no money, what can I offer you? But before I could say anything, he said, I want to produce your album because I think you got a lot of talent. Eventually, it didn't work out because of time-wise and other things and personal, why you say that, growth. And so that didn't work out. But then the other album came within, what was it, 6 months. So the first record deal, it just took me like 5 years, but it never really, you know, it was like working, and then really didn't work out. So, and then No Man's Land was there. I was like, wow, this is also a way how things can go. It's like, okay, you have an idea, you find the right people, and then you go, and you don't think about it too much. So, yeah.
Das heißt, jetzt geht's richtig los und richtig weiter. Heute Abend dann auch live in Berlin. Das ist dann aber schon gelaufen, wenn wenn die Zuschauer das Interview sehen. Ich würde sagen, wir hören jetzt auch ein bisschen Musik hier von dir. Und vielen Dank. Dankjewel. Nee, das war Dankjewel. Ja, Dankjewel, das war, glaube ich, Dänisch, oder? Etwas leuk je moeten hebben.
Yeah, great. Dankjewel. Danke.
I'm so gorgeous, am I? Wonderful.
That is wonderful, actually. Yeah.
Ja.